I'm 18, I don't know what I want. 18, I just don't know what I want. I'm 18, I gotta get away. I gotta get out of this place. Mom and Dad got me drinking whiskey. Hi, how y'all doing? I'm your host tonight, Alice Cooper. Elvis, he's on vacation right now, you know? He's, I don't know where he's at. He's in Las Vegas or Memphis or he's doing something, you know? But anyway, I am your host for tonight and, you know, I've played this character, Alice Cooper, for many years, 40, 50, I don't remember, I think 40 something. And one thing I attribute to the success as Alice that makes him such an enduring character is he is both villainous, he's a villain, but he's also very childlike. He's like Peter Pan with a Captain Hook complex. So anyway, you know, I have a lot of good songs out there, and really I was revolutionary in my music. And you know what? A lot of my imitators, you know, back then we could be shocking without using a lot of foul language in our music. And, you know, I've kind of changed with some of those dirty lyrics, and I've cleaned them up. They were never really that dirty, but some of the songs were a little risky. But that was back then, you know. And nowadays, the music, they're just crazy. And I think I like the way I did the music better back then, you know. It was more basic, you know. We would wear music and try to shock people. You don't have to wear makeup anymore to shock people. But anyway, I am rambling here. We're going to review a movie right now. And this movie today is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. This is a John Hughes classic. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It comes highly recommended by the Coop. And this is a movie about Steve Martin, and I forget what he does for a living in this movie. I think he's like he works in promotion or marketing for a magazine or something. And he's got to get home on Thanksgiving, you know. And there's just all these misadventures happen, and he meets this guy called Del Griffith, who is a Griffith or Griffin, I can't remember. But anyway, Del, he sells shower curtain rings for a living, and that in its own is pretty funny, you know. I mean, shower curtain rings. Who have you ever heard of that sold shower curtain rings for a living, you know? It's almost unheard of, but it's absurd and it's funny. And basically, Steve Martin doesn't like this guy. And you could kind of see in the beginning, you know, why he doesn't like him too much. Because he's kind of, you know, we don't know people nowadays. And when you share a room with a total stranger, you know, it's, you know, I wouldn't even share a room with a stranger. And look at me, I'm a freak. You know, that's my persona. But anyway, this is a very funny movie. And John Hughes, this is the guy that did Home Alone, Uncle Buck, you know. All of his movies are kind of warm, you know. There's a warmth to them, you know. And there's more about this movie, you know. I think this movie inspired a lot of later movies, you know, like Tommy Boy. And Tommy Boy with Chris Farley and David Spade, that's a classic in its own right, you know. It had a stroke of genius in it, you know. Those two, Chris Farley and David Spade, their chemistry. But this is like the granddaddy of those types of movies. And you know what? Who remembers the first Dumb and Dumber movie? Yeah, that's my favorite. The second one was it was good to see Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels again, but you know, they went a little too far, too gross, toilet humor. The first one had more of an innocence to it. And the Farrelly brothers, they're good writers, but this, they also admitted they had help by John Hughes. And John Hughes just has an amazing warmth to him. His movies just make you feel all warm and happy, you know, inside. They make you want to hug a relative or something. And I think that quality that John Hughes had, you know, it's very valuable. And for movies, it gives all his movies a distinct personality. And while Dumb and Dumber was solely a Farrelly Brothers vehicle, there was a little bit of that John Hughes warmth in it. And I didn't see that in the second movie, so I was a little bit disappointed with the second movie. But, Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels are very funny. The Farrelly Brothers are good writers. And that's a different subject all on its own. We're talking about John Hughes. So, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, it has a lot of laughs. A lot of people watch this movie on Thanksgiving. A lot of people they say they love this movie, and I enjoy it, I think it's a lot of fun, and it's released by Paramount Pictures, and there's some very, very funny scenes, like what happens to their car. It gets demolished, and you know what? You kind of see that in Tommy Boy, too. They keep just driving around in this beat-up LeBaron, or I can't remember what kind of car it was, but I think it was a similar one in Tommy Boy. But anyway, I give Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, the Coop gives the movie 4 stars out of 4, 10 out of 10. It's a wonderful movie. Thank you for watching my show, and good day.